Hi there. Welcome to this lesson about the future in English. There are many different ways of expressing the future in English. Are we going to talk about all of them? Definitely not. We are only going to talk about 3 different ways of expressing the future. We are going to talk about how to form the verb phrase, when to use which way of expressing the future, and finally, we will be talking about which tenses to use in 2 types of if sentences. The 3 ways of expressing the future that we are going to look at today are these. Present continuous. I am leaving for England tomorrow. Future present. I think it will rain tomorrow. Be plus going to plus infinitive. We're going to have a lot of fun. Now, I don't really have to tell you how to form the present continuous because we have already dealt with it in class. I'm going to do it anyway, just to be on the safe side. We use a form of be, am, are, or is, plus a verb, plus ing. What we haven't talked about is when to use present continuous for the future. We use present continuous for the future when the future is fixed. We use present continuous for the future when things are certainly going to happen because arrangements have been made, or because plans have been made, or because things have already been decided. I can say I am leaving for England tomorrow when I have arranged a flight, for instance. If I have booked a table at a restaurant for this evening, I can say we are eating out tonight. I can say I'm taking a few days off next week when I have asked my boss for permission and he has given it. And finally, I can say something like Susan is seeing John next Saturday when I know that they have got a date. Let's take a look at the future present now. We use will or shall plus infinitive in order to form future present. For instance, I will work harder in the future. We use shall plus infinitive in questions with I and we. For instance, shall I open a window? Or shall we come round tomorrow? Please remember that in all other cases we use will. Will he open the window if we ask him? When do we use the future present? Well, we use the future present when the future is not fixed. We use the future present when we are talking about possible future events. In other words, to make predictions about the future. And we also use the future present for instant decisions. Examples would be the following. I will probably be home late tonight, and I think the Dutch team will win next month's soccer match. Examples of instant decisions, decisions that you take right there and then. I'm too tired to do the cooking tonight. I think I'll get a takeaway. That's really cheap. I think I'll buy it. And last but not least, we are going to take a look at be going to plus infinitive. Please note that it is perfectly okay to say gonna. However, do not ever use it in writing. How do we form the verb phrase here? Well, again we use a form of be, am, are, or is, which is followed by going to, and then the infinitive of a verb follows. When do we use be going to? Well, we use it when we are talking about possible future events that seem certain to happen, and also when we are talking about plans and intentions. Examples. Look at those dark clouds. It's going to rain. He's broken his back. He's going to be in hospital for at least 6 weeks. Examples of plans and intentions would be the following. I'm going to buy a new car next month. When are you going to have your hair cut? In summary, we use present continuous when things are certainly going to happen. We use future present to make predictions and for instant decisions. And finally, we use be going to for future events that seem certain to happen and for plans and intentions. And now it is time for you to do some thinking. Imagine this, a slim lady with a fat belly. What would you say? Look at her belly. She is having a baby. Or would you say, look at her belly. She will have a baby. Or would you say, look at her belly. She's going to have a baby. The best solution is, she's going to have a baby. Now imagine the following. I've made an appointment with my doctor for 2 o'clock. What do I say? I am seeing the doctor at 2 this afternoon. Or, I will see the doctor at 2 this afternoon. Or, I am going to see the doctor at 2 this afternoon. The best option here is, I am seeing the doctor at 2 this afternoon because I've made an arrangement. And now imagine this. You're going on a holiday all by yourself, abroad, and of course your mum and dad want to know if you have arrived safely. Your mum asks you to phone you. What do you answer to her question? Will you please give me a phone call when you have arrived? Do you say, okay, I'm phoning you? Or would you say, okay, I will phone you? Or would you say, okay, I'm going to phone you? This is an instant decision, so you say, okay, I will phone you. You are now ready to do exercise 1. Good luck.